going on, everybody? Spunky Nights No One coming, guys, another video. Coming at you guys with my Eagles 2024 season predicting which games I believe the Eagles are going to win, and of course which games I think the Eagles are going to lose. Another video that I'm getting caught up on. This is the video that I definitely should have had out a lot sooner, but you know, I've just been busy with life this entire off season. But I'm getting out for you guys now. So going over this schedule, there's definitely some matchups on this schedule that I was contemplating in my head. You know, do I think the Eagles are gonna win that game? Do I think they're not gonna win that game? And it's always tough when you pick against your team, you know, your own team. And sometimes you look at some of these matches, you're like, yeah, I can see that matchup going either way. But yeah, after going over this, I put together my list for you guys here. So starting off, I'm gonna go ahead and just go over the entire list for the 2024 season. Starting off with their season opener on Friday, September the 6th. The Eagles will be playing the Green Bay Packers in Brazil. That will be on Friday, 8:15 p.m. Eastern. Next game, Monday, September the 16th, 8:15 p.m. Eastern on Monday Night Football, of course, ESPN. Next matchup, you got the first 1 o'clock game of the season. The Eagles going on the road to take on the New Orleans Saints. That game will be on Fox. Next game, 1 p.m., going to Tampa Bay to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. A rematch of the playoff game. The Eagles lost, of course, against the Buccaneers last year. Next game, there's a bye week there. The Eagles have a very early bye week this year, which I don't like. Week 5 is their bye week. Not a fan of that at all, but it is what it is. Week 6, 1 o'clock game. The Eagles going to Cleveland to take on the Cleveland Browns. 1 o'clock game on Fox. Week 7, Eagles going to New York to take on the New York Giants. Going to New Jersey to take on the Giants, 1 o'clock. Sunday, October 27th, 4:25 p.m. Eastern. The Eagles going to Cincinnati to take on Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals. Week 9, the Eagles at home against the Jacksonville Jaguars. That is Sunday Night Football, 8:20 p.m. Eastern. The following week, the Eagles going to Dallas, take on the Dallas Cowboys, Sunday, November 10th, 4:25 p.m. Eastern on CBS. Next game, it's 8:15 p.m. Thursday Night Football game, 8:15 p.m. Eastern. Eagles at home against the Washington Commanders. Sunday, November 24th, 8:20 p.m. Eastern, Sunday Night Football. Eagles going to Los Angeles, take on Los Angeles Rams. Sunday, December 1st, 4:25 p.m. Eastern. Eagles going to Baltimore, take on the Baltimore Ravens. Sunday, December 8th, Eagles at home against the Carolina Panthers, 1 o'clock game Eastern. Sunday, December 16th, 4:25 p.m. Eastern. The Eagles at home against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Sunday, December 22nd, 1:22 p.m. Eastern game. Eagles on the road against the Washington Commanders. Sunday, December 29th, 2024, 4:25 p.m. Eastern game on Fox. Eagles versus Dallas Cowboys. And the final game of the season for the Eagle regular season, Sunday, January 5th, 2025, to be determined in that one against the New York Giants. So as you can see, the Eagles close out their season against their 3 division rivals, Washington, Dallas, then New York Giants. So that's the way they did their schedule. So that's the schedule. Here is my my picks. So I got the Eagles starting out the season in Brazil against the Green Bay Packers. I got the Eagles winning that game. The following week in week 2, I got the Eagles winning that game against the Atlanta Falcons. So they start out 2-0. The following week going into New Orleans to take on New Orleans Saints. I got the Eagles winning that game, 3-0 start for them. Week 4 going to Tampa Bay, taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I got the Eagles winning that game, so 4-0 start there. Week 5 is a bye week. Week 6, the Eagles on the road. The Eagles at home against the Cleveland Browns. I can see that game go either way. I could definitely see it going either way. but I'm gonna give the Eagles the win there as well. So yeah, if you keep a count there, that's a 5-0 start for the Eagles. Week 7, they take on their first division rival of the season. Eagles going on the road, taking on the New York Giants. I got the Eagles win that game. So they start off 6-0. The following week, the Eagles in week 8, they go to Cincinnati, take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Joe Burrow. This is the first loss of the season that I predict for the Eagles. So the Eagles, they get their first loss of the season, 6-1 record. Following week, the Eagles at home against Jacksonville Jaguars. That is Doug Peterson's return to Philadelphia. I got the Eagles get the W there. So yeah, that's a win for the Eagles right there. That right there, of course, would be their 7th win of the season. So that's a 7-1 record right there. 7-1 record right there. The following week, division game, the Eagles going on the road to take on the Dallas Cowboys. I think the Eagles in Dallas, I think they're going to lose that game because I don't know what it is for the Eagles and the Cowboys. It would be great to sweep the Cowboys for a change, but it always seems like they get the best of us at home in Dallas when the referees, but you know, that's another story. But they seem to get the better of us in Dallas, and we get the win at home in Philadelphia. So that's a loss right there for the Eagles. Yeah, I predict that to be a loss for the Eagles right there. So that's their 2nd loss of the season. So you do the math right there. They'll be 7-2 at this point in the season. 7-2 this point in the season. The following week, the Commanders coming to Philadelphia, taking the Philadelphia Eagles. This team right here gave us a challenge in both of those matchups last year. Commanders are definitely a team that you gotta watch out for the future because they got new ownership and they seem to be, the ownership seems to be a lot more competent than the previous ownership. So that game right there, I can see go either way, but I think the Eagles will edge out and get the win there. So that's their 8th win of the season, 8-2 record right there. The following week, the Eagles going to Los Angeles, taking on the Los Angeles Rams. The Eagles just seem to have the Rams number. I think that continues this year. A W for the Eagles right there. 9th win of the season, 9-2 record there. Yeah, 9-2 record right there. The following week, the Eagles traveling to Baltimore, taking on the Baltimore Ravens. I'm giving that one to the Baltimore Ravens. I'm giving that one to the Baltimore Ravens. So that's the 3rd loss of the season for the Eagles. So 9-3 record right there. The following week, the Carolina Panthers coming to Philadelphia, taking on the Eagles. I got the Eagles winning that game. Next week, the Pittsburgh Steelers. The following week, the Pittsburgh Steelers coming to Philadelphia, taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. The Eagles just have we just have the Pittsburgh Steelers number. I don't know what it is about the Pittsburgh Steelers, but we just have that team's number. The following week, the Eagles going to Washington, taking on the Washington Commanders. I can see this game go either way, but I'm giving it to the Eagles. The following week, the Dallas Cowboys coming to Philadelphia, taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. I got the Eagles winning at home against the Cowboys. No, that's a season split there like we normally do. And then to close out the season against the New York Giants, the Giants coming to Philadelphia, taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. The Eagles just have the Giants number. The Giants, yeah, I know the Giants got a win last year, the last game of the year, that really didn't matter. But I got the Eagles sweeping the Giants. So I got them sweeping the Giants, sweeping the Commanders, and splitting with the Dallas Cowboys, which means that I give them a 14-3 record. So to go over that real quick again, Packers at Eagles, that's a W. Falcons at Eagles, that's a W. Eagles at Saints, that's a W. Eagles at Buccaneers, that's a W. Browns at Eagles, that's a W. Eagles at Giants, that's a W. Eagles at Bengals, that's the first loss of the season. Jaguars at Eagles, that's a W. Eagles at Cowboys, that's a loss. Commanders at Eagles, that's a W. Eagles at Rams, that's a W. Eagles at Ravens, that's a loss. Panthers at Eagles, that's a win. Steelers at Eagles, that's another win. Eagles at Commanders, another win. Cowboys at Eagles, another win. And Giants at the Eagles, that's another win. So yeah, there you have it right there. I got the Eagles going 14-3 this year, which will be good enough to win the NFC East. That's my prediction right there. There's quite a bit of games on here that I could definitely see going the other way. I can see the Eagles losing possibly another 2 to 3 more games that I called a W for them. So I think their range is somewhere between 11 11 is, I think 11 wins to 14 wins is what I see. Anything more than that, I'll be very surprised. I'll be very shocked that they win 15, 16 or go 17-0. Not expecting that, of course. So I think between 11 and 14 wins is what I expect to see the Eagles finish in 2024. We'll see what happens, obviously, But there you have it there. As always, go Birds. Spunky Nice and One's out of here. Fly, Eagle, fly. Peace.
That's all, folks.